Hey, hello guys, how you are doing? This is Srinivas the developer from the developer channel. Today we are going to learn about commands and the operators and also presidents. Their presidents. Yeah. Like the one thing you just need to remember, this is single line command. So if I run or execute this problem, it won't execute. This line is remembered still hidden. And Python doesn't have multi-line command like we have commands in some other language like this. But instead of this, we have something like this: triple quotes and triple quotes. This is multi-line command. So I can add some more line. So if I run or execute this problem, this nothing will happen. Like it just executed, but nothing print. So since this doesn't have anything to do with why we need this, some programmer believes the command will save you to read like why we are writing this function or why we are writing this code, so you can make this command to future yourself. But most of the people don't do that because they believe writing a command for a second is literally harder than debugging for a year. So this time we have used the single quote, and single quotes is only for a single word, right? How can we use this as a see? We just need to put this hyphen at the end of the line to make this thing as a command, because this is a literal lateral. Fuck, what was that? So this is a hidden thing that will indicates this is not a end of the statement or something like that. So you just need to search for something else or something more than this. That's why uh, we need to put this symbol at the last. Otherwise it won't be a string or command. But instead of that, we can use multi-line command like this, triple quotes. So this will help you to get rid of the symbol at the ends. So that's all about how we can able to write commands. Now let's jump into operators. First of all, I just want you to remember the alphabets in the order I'm going to say. A, B. Okay, let me write that. A, B, C, E, A, I, M, L. So this is how we can able to remember the operators. This A stands for arithmetic operation, which will contains plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulo, floor division, and exponential terms like that, and also unary operators, which are plus, minus, and negation, which will come in front of the number, like plus 1, minus 1, sorry, minus 1, negation 1, like that. These are the arithmetic operators. And B stands for bitwise operators, which is nothing but and, or, sorry, this is or and XOR. And C stands for comparison operators, which is nothing but greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, and then greater than, lesser than, like that. And this E is nothing but actually this thing will come under this. This is the equality operator, which will check equals or not equals. It won't compare, it just checks. And this is AI, which is nothing but A and I, M and L. This A is for assignment operator, which is equal to, plus equal to, just add all those arithmetic operator and then put equals after that, like minus equal to, floor division equal to, slash equal to, modulo equal to, like that. So that's what assignment operator is. And this I is nothing but identity operator, which is and not is, or is not, I guess. Is and is not. And this M is nothing but membership operator, which is check for in and not in. And this L is the logical operator and or not. So this is the operator precedence of the Python or most of the languages. First comes double star, which is nothing but a exponential, and then we have unary operator, plus, minus, negation. After that we have multiplication and division, floor division, modulo, like that. And also plus and minus also. Here this is a addition and subtraction operator, and this is unary operators, which will consider as a symbols. And here we have bitwise operator, which is bitwise AND, bitwise OR, and bitwise XOR. We don't have this not symbol in Python. Instead of that we have not here. And this is the comparison operator, equality operator. After that we have assignment. Yeah, as I have told, we can put double star equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, negation equal to, no, not negation equal to, division equal to, double floor division equal to, modulo equal to, like that. And this is the identity operator, which will identity like things is true, like that. Is alphabet, is uh, positive, like that. It will check that. And is not, it's a vice versa. Is not true, is not false, like that. And membership operator in, this will go for iteration for I in Apple. So this membership operator will check for the values inside it. A in Apple, so we have A, so it's written fast, sorry, true. A not in Apple, so it's already here, and we have put not, so it returns false. That's the membership operator. And we have and or not. So as I have told, not is a logical operator, which will return opposite of the given boolean value, and will check for both things, a like 1 greater than 2 and 2 lesser than 3. No, because 1 is lesser than 2 and 2 is uh, lesser than 3. So if I put r here and 1 is lesser than 2 and yeah, 2 is greater than 3, so this will check for the only occurring positive and it won't go for the next of the thing. Like at this moment it just true statement, right? So it just cut off the flow, like 1 lesser than 2 or print hello. So this hello won't print for this or operator, but if I put and here, let's see, we are getting hello. This is because even though this statement is true, it will check for the whole thing, like up to the last, but our operator will stop with the first occurred true. So it just check for true and it check for false likewise. So these are all about operators and operator precedence. So this double star you may knew for it, 2 double star of 2, which is nothing but 2 to the power of 2, 4 likewise. In this bitwise operator we have to add something more, like shifting operators, right shift, left shift. And in Python you may get to know about the tail operator. Tail of 0 will return -1 and tail of -1 returns 0. This is because it just negation operator will handle the thing which was positive into negative, like zeros into 1. Bin of 0 is 0, right? And bin of 1, let's remove the 1. Bin of 1 is nothing but 1. So the negation after operator just shift the zeros into 1 and ones into zeros. That's the thing it was do. Most of the times it will seems like it just adding -1 to the given number. If I put negation of 4, it will return -5. If I put negation of -5, it will return 4. But if you have checked for the binary values, you can see the difference. It just shifted the zeros into ones. That's the specialty of negation operator. And right shift and left shift are nothing but 1 left shift of 2. This will add the binary representation of 1 is 1, right? So it will add 2 more zeros after that, so it will become 1 2 4. So 4. In mathematical expression you can get these values, like 1 right shift of 2 equal to 1 into, which is nothing but the given number n, into 2 to the power of given number k, which is in the case 2, true, like 4 equal to 4. That's what it's returned. And why we need for operator precedence, like why don't we just put the values just like that? So 2 into, sorry, 3 into 2 minus 1 will give you 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 1 5, but 3 minus 1 into 2 should return something like 3 minus 1 2 and 2 into 2 4, right? But it won't do the same. It return once because according to the operator precedent, the star contains the maximum. So this will seems like it will act like 1 into 2. First this will execute 1 into 2, so which will give you 2, and this 2 minus 3 will give you 1. This is how the operator precedence were working. So that's all about operator precedence and commands. Hope you like and understood something about operators. We'll see a lot about this in future, so don't worry if you don't get that. Bye.